Garrett Tenney is live for us in Chicago. Garrett.
Yeah, Harris, those proposed changes would have allowed Chicago police to work with ICE only in cases involving a violent criminal, which is the kind of people state and local officials claim they don't want to be here. Instead, progressives on the city council have spent the past week preparing to fight this expected ICE operation by canvassing Latino neighborhoods to pass out these flyers, telling folks to not open their doors and to remain silent if ICE agents show up looking for any convicted criminals.
Talking to people, the fear is palpable. The fear is vocalized by our residents. People in the streets are saying that they're scared that ICE agents will show up at their doorsteps, at their workplaces, at their places of worship or places of going to school. They're scared of that. That is a problem.
Governor J.B. Pritzker could push for changes in the state sanctuary policies to allow Illinois police to cooperate in some limited way. But he hasn't given any indication that that is something he is even considering, despite repeatedly saying criminal illegal migrants should be arrested and removed.
If there are violent criminals who have been convicted of violent crimes, who are undocumented, they are supposed to be deported. That is the law of the United States and has been for quite a long time. I don't want them in my state. I don't want them in the country. If you're going to commit crimes and you're undocumented, you don't deserve to stay in this.
So which one is it? Because we're hearing two different things and we're seeing two different things based off of the actions of officials in both Illinois and Chicago. On one hand, you have them saying, hey, listen, we aligned with the sentiment of the Trump organization or administration and Tom Homan and ICE officials, and that if you've committed a crime inside of the United States of America, which the crime was committed when you walked over the border illegally anyway, but if you've committed a crime, another crime after that, then you shouldn't be inside of the United States of America and you need to be deported, because clearly Tom Homan has been saying, advocating for, and wishing for officials in blue cities, including both Chicago and New York, but we'll get to New York on a whole nother conversation. They've been saying, we want to work with you guys. And Tom Homan actually went on CNN and Fox News over the last 2 days since Trump's inauguration and said, listen, when these people are in jail or if they're arrested and they are charged with a crime and they are convicted or whatever it is, then we need to be able to go into the jail and intercept them instead of y'all releasing them back onto the street and saying, okay, catch and release, or we just gonna let y'all be out here in these streets. But instead, officials in both Illinois, J.B. Pritzker, and Chicago, Brandon Johnson, I call him Mayor Mohawk, along with all of the aldermen and everybody that's a part of the legislature over in Illinois and Chicago, are basically saying, but listen, if they come to your doorstep and they're looking for a convicted criminal or a person that committed a crime inside of Chicago or Illinois, then don't answer the door. Here's a pamphlet. This is how you prevent it. You can't serve two masters. You can't speak out of one side of your mouth and then also participate on another side in another way. And so the way that they're presenting themselves is completely different than the actions that they're proposing, and that they're helping these illegal migrants over inside of the United States of America. Because again, we don't advocate against people that are migrants in the United States of America. We're advocating against the people that are not supposed to be here and are here illegally. That is the problem. We don't have any law and order. We don't have any standards. We don't have any lines that we draw in the sand and say that you can't do this. We get treated worse as American citizens and as taxpayers than the people that come over here and take advantage of our tax base in order to prop themselves up and continue to win. And I don't get it. I don't understand it. So they're serving two masters. On one hand, they're saying, hey, listen, we don't want this inside of our country. And they're not going to say that they align with the Trump administration on these issues. They're going to say it like they're really standing on principles, and then they doing something with their other hand, with their hand behind their back. And so this is what you see happening over in Chicago.
The sad irony here is that by not helping to remove those folks, Democrats here say that the folks they are trying to protect, those law-abiding individuals who are here illegally, by not cooperating with ICE, more of those very individuals are inevitably going to get picked up by ICE while agents are trying to track down those who are the most dangerous. One example, Harris, during an ICE operation in Chicago back in 2018, agents arrested 156 migrants. Of those, only 74 had criminal convictions. The other half were folks who just got caught up and were collateral arrest. Tom Home and others are warning we are almost certainly going to see a lot more of that because of these sanctuary policies.
And the policies are basically forcing the hand of Tom Homan and ICE officials as basically saying, listen, if we got to go and hunt them down and y'all don't want to work with us, anybody that's around them and with them at the time, because they're not supposed to be here anyway, but anybody that's around them at the time, they going too. And so y'all making it worse on yourselves because you can't fight the federal government. You can't fight the people, and that the people are the ones that said that they wanted this. And this is one of the top, at the very top of the list of the things that the American people wanted and why they voted for Trump to come back into office, amongst other things, obviously.
Harris?
And just so I'm clear, I mean, if they came here illegally, they already committed a crime. They
Absolutely.
broke our laws of sovereignty.
100%.
So there's 156. Yes, 74 had committed crimes either in their
And that's
former
a lot.
countries.
That's a lot. That is more than half that had already committed crimes and they just walking around on the streets every single day. That is a lot.
Or in this one. But the balance of that was, from what you're saying, and that's what I want to get straight, they were here illegally anyway.
Here illegally, not violent criminals, though. And that's what the administration is focusing on in this initial set of operations.
I got you.
All right, that's helpful. Garrett, thank you. Gianno Caldwell, Fox News political analyst. Gianno, look, I made a fine point of this because it matters. The last administration was trying to legalize coming across our border in many illegal ways. Whether you crawled in, you went around the security checkpoints, they just wanted, okay, well, if you got here, you're safe. That's not how it works. That's not sovereignty. That's an open door.
Absolutely.
So picking up these people along with the violent criminals, what would you rather not do? Just not pick up anybody? That's what they wanted.
Exactly right.
Today is different.
Exactly
Trump's in
right.
office.
100%. And Governor J.B. Pritzker is speaking out of both sides of his mouth, saying he
I
doesn't
just
want
said the
violence.
same thing. I'm literally watching this video for the first time, and I said the exact same thing. I said that he's speaking out of both sides of his mouth, 100%.
Criminals there, but yet people, as you mentioned, they broke the law and they came over here. It's the exact same thing. You committed a crime by entering the United States of America, and it has cost us in blood and treasure. Blood by the 100,000 plus people who've overdosed on a drug. And we've seen that in recent years since Biden has taken office, and treasure with the billions of dollars of resources that are being usurped from the people of Illinois and the people of the city of Chicago, New York, and all across the country. It must come to an end. And thank God this day has come with Donald Trump in office to get the country back on its feet.
And you know what's so interesting is that when I was in D.C. For inauguration weekend, and prior to the inauguration, and I was meeting with a lot of people that were from Chicago, they not having it. They not happy. They're not satisfied. They not comfortable with just only Trump becoming the president. They want blood. They want Chicago to turn red. They want J.B. Pritzker out of there. They think that Brandon Johnson is one of the worst things that ever happened to the city. They want these aldermen held accountable. They want everything. They want their city back, and they tired of living under duress, property taxes going up, migrants everywhere. They were sleeping in police stations and in the airport and all of this stuff, and the people haven't forgot. They got long memories, and I know that y'all think that we got short memories because of social media, but they have long memories, and they're tired of the nonsense. They tired of the bull, and they want their country back. They want their city back. They want their state back. Y'all let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. We got a stock club this weekend. I love you. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to holler at y'all later. Peace.